Guy Ritchie takes on the legend of Excalibur. Here we go. King Arthur, Legend of the Sword. Now, King Arthur, Legend of the Sword is the latest movie directed by Guy Ritchie, and it's based off of the beloved legend of King Arthur, and I think you are familiar with the story. You know, the king who pulls the sword from the stone in order to become the rightful king? Yeah. But let me sum up the basic plot in case you're really not familiar with it. The King of England is betrayed by his asshole brother who kills him and his wife and takes over the throne. The son of the king, Arthur, grows up at a brothel among prostitutes in order to be kept a secret from his evil uncle. However, one day he is chosen to be the king. One day he has to return, pull the sword from the stone in order to become the rightful heir to the throne. Yeah, it's really Lion King-ish, isn't it? Now, going into this movie, I was really skeptical because I did not like Guy Ritchie's Sherlock Holmes movies. I know a lot of people love him, I just don't. I don't know why. But I thought Guy Ritchie was a really interesting choice for this film. And his Guy Ritchie-isms really shine through. The dialogue is very clever. It's quick, it's smart, it's sarcastic, and it's funny. And I'm loving it. Also, the typical Guy Ritchie-isms of people telling a story and the film cutting back to the actual events, back and forth cutting in order to tell the story in a non-linear fashion. Yeah, that's all in there, and I loved it. Also, visually, this movie is amazing. Visually, this movie is absolutely stunning. The very first sequence, I was like, holy shit, that's an intense battle sequence that straight up reminded me of Lord of the Rings. And I was locked in. I was down with this world, with this mythology and the lore. I loved it. Also, the way magic is used in this film is absolutely fabulous. I'm telling you, it may be a little over the top, but then again, I'm okay with this. This is summer blockbuster fun, so I loved it. And the costume designs, the props, the scenery, everything just looks amazing. And the acting is really fucking solid. First up, Charlie Hunnam, Jax Teller himself from Sons of Anarchy. Yeah, this is his best performance ever since he left Sons of Anarchy because I thought he was a pretty kick-ass main character. He's pretty much the rock star of this film. He's a shit talker, a smart ass, a reluctant hero, without having too many cliches because he's actually kind of a sarcastic bastard at times. I didn't think that they would approach Arthur like this, but I really loved it. Also, the action sequences, the hand-to-hand combat sequences really worked for me. And Jude Law. Jude Law killed it as the asshole uncle. I forgot his name. But yeah, the king. He is an absolute dick. And what he does in this movie, the way he inflicts fear and enjoys it, that's how you present a powerful villain and an asshole. Also, I liked all the supporting characters. My favorite one being the mermaid from Pirates of the Caribbean Part 4. Yeah, she is in this film and she makes use of straight up magic. She's able to control nature and animals, which really added a lot to this movie. The soundtrack also worked for me. It was a mix between heavy metal and original score, and I was like, yeah, I mean, it fits the tone of this particular version of King Arthur. However, is this movie perfect? In my humble opinion, it isn't. Tonally speaking, this movie is a little bit all over the place because sometimes it's super funny, then it tries to be super dark and overly dramatic, and those two tones didn't always fit together that well. Also, the CGI, sometimes it's spectacularly stunning, and near the end, the final battle was probably my least favorite moment of the entire film. It was kind of a CGI mess. I was hoping for a straight up psychological confrontation between Jude Law and Charlie Hunnam, and I didn't get that, which is kind of a bummer. But all in all, I had a kick-ass time with this film. The acting was solid. Visually, the film was stunning. The action was cool. And I was thoroughly entertained. I will say that King Arthur, Legend of the Sword, gets the silver medal. Honest to God, this movie caught me off guard. It was way better than I expected it to be, and I'm glad I saw it. So, King Arthur, Legend of the Sword, have you seen it? What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comment section down below. And thank you guys, as always, for watching. And if you like what you see here and you want to see more, then just subscribe.